What's going on, everyone? This is Zach, and today we are going to talk about Chien-Pao. We're going to talk about some just sample sets, and we're going to look at some partners that you can run next to Chien-Pao. If you guys enjoy this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. But anyways, let's jump into this. Honestly, this is the second time I had to record it. The first time I recorded this, my mic was not on, so let's see if we can do it a little smoother this time. So, Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao is a good, speedy, physical attacker that its ability Sword of Ruin gives a 0.75 multiplier to all Pokemon's defense on the field. Now, this includes your partner, so your partner is going to have a weaker defense, but where Chien-Pao's partners take advantage of this is mostly in priority, as we've seen earlier in the meta when we were testing out things before Series 1 was announced. You saw things like the Choice Bandit Dragonite with Extreme Speed. The reason why Extreme Speed is so good is because it is a +2 priority, which beats out, I believe, every other priority move that does damage. So the first set I want to have for Chien-Pao is the only one that I've really looked at in the damage calculator, and that would be an Assault Vest set. So here, the only thing you really want to know with this set here is that against Flutter Mane, Dazzling Gleam is never going to KO, and Moonblast is a less than a 50-50. So you have a better chance of living a Moonblast than you have getting knocked out. Now, that's not always guaranteed, but we'll talk about the terrestrialization later. And Ice Spinner and Crunch to Flutter Mane with this Chien-Pao is always going to knock out, unless it's a Focus Sash, obviously. The Terra type I'm suggesting for both of these Chien-Paos are Fire types. This is going to help you deal with Fire type attacks from things like Arcanine. This is going to help with Fighting type moves. It takes away a weakness from Fighting type moves, and not many Pokemon are going to just launch a water attack into a Dark and Ice Pokemon. So I think Terra Fire at the beginning is probably going to be the best Terra type for it. For my Assault Vest one, I have Ice Spinner, Sacred Sword, and Crunch. I think Sacred Sword is really a must, and your choice of Ice and Dark attack is really up to you. Crunch is probably the best Dark attack, but with the Ice type, you could go for Icicle Crash, you could go for Avalanche. Does it get Icicle Crash? Yeah, you get Icicle Crash, but it's not, it's a little more powerful, but it's not as accurate. With Ice Spinner, you get 100% accuracy, and the reason why I like Ice Spinner is because it removes terrain. So, Indeedee is going to not be fun for this Pokemon's partners, so you want to make sure that you can get rid of the terrain quickly if Psychic Terrain comes up, and I think Ice Spinner comes very handy for that. Icy Wind is there because speed control is pretty good, especially with this mon. You don't take advantage of the attack stat, but I think that Icy Wind could be a good move. You could also do things like Snarl. Once again, you're not taking advantage of the attack, but it's a good move to have. But I think if you want an Assault Vest set that can somewhat support your team, Icy Wind is a good move to have, with Ice Spinner taking away terrain, Sacred Sword not caring about defense boost. So when you think about things like Donzo, Sacred Sword is going to hit it without its boost. And then Crunch is probably just a solid Dark type move. What other Dark type moves does it get? Ruination, Sucker Punch, and Throat Chop. Actually, I think maybe Throat Chop. Throat Chop might be the better move. Like with Crunch, you get the flinch chance, but Throat Chop is going to stop things like Pear Song. It's going to stop things like Hyper Voice. So I think Throat Chop there might actually be pretty good. It'll also stop opposing snarls. So I think I'm gonna change that to Throat Chop. But yeah, that's my first set. That I've just calced it to be a 50-50 with Fluttermane's Moonblast at a 252 Timid. And here's the thing: if you Terrasilize Fire, you're taking all of those hits well. The only bad thing is that Shadow Ball is going to do more at that point. But if you Terrasilize to catch them off guard, you're probably going to be in a good position. Next up is just the Focus Sash set. I think with Focus Sash, you want to go more for the priority. So I went with Sucker Punch over Throat Chop and Crunch. Sacred Sword is still a must, and Icicle Crash is good there for some damage. I honestly would still go Ice Spinner. I think that Ice Spinner is the best Ice type move just to remove the terrain, because we might not see as many Armorogue and Indeedee in Regulation C, but I feel like Indeedee is still going to be used for its psychic terrain to stop priority. For some partners, we obviously have the Terra Normal, Choice Band, Extreme Speed, Dragonite, and this one usually just goes 252. And I've equipped it Extreme Speed, not Fire Blast, we want Fire Punch. Fire Punch, Ice Spinner once again, and Low Kick for the mirror. And when it comes to ability, it all depends on what you need for your team and your lines. If you don't want to be flinched or faked out, you want Inner Focus. If you want to make sure that you take the first hit, you're going to go Multi-Scale. Multi-Scale is even better here because you have to remember that Dragonite is also going to have a lower defense. So you could go Multi-Scale or you can go Inner Focus. It all depends on what you are running up to more. Either one is good in this set, in all honesty, but I think Multi-Scale might be better. Next up, we have Terra Water Scizor. Terra Water Scizor with a clear amulet is actually pretty good. It can stand the fire attacks that you're going to see. The only bad thing is that if you're running Terra Scizor and you're running Chien-Pao and you're going up against a fire type Pokemon, you can only Terra 1. So this is going to have a pretty scary matchup against any Chi Use. But you get access to things like Bullet Punch, Close Combat, Pounce, and Protect. And the reason why Scizor is really good is because the Technician boost is giving a 1.5 power boost to moves that are less than 60 base power. So you'll get a boost with Bullet Punch and Pounce, but you will also get Stab. So these moves are really boosted by Scizor, so Scizor takes advantage of them. Pounce is a speed control where it lowers the target's speed by 1, and then Bullet Punch is priority. Close Combat is there to do damage to anything else. But I think what's going to be really good is Palafin. Palafin with Rain and Chien-Pao does insane damage. Jet Punch here for the priority, Wave Crash. Haze is really needed for Dodonzos and Protect. This has basically become the standard Palafin set. Close Combat or Drain Punch has been dropped for Haze because you don't want to lose to Dodonzo. But I think Palafin is really good. If you have Rain, if you have Rain up and you Terra Water, Baby Palafin can one-shot a Fluttermane with Jet Punch. If you have Chien-Pao on the field, Jet Punch without Terastallization knocks out Fluttermane. Basically, Baby Palafin can knock out with Jet Punch if you put on one of the things, whether it's Rain, Terastallization, or Chien-Pao. Any of those things on the field, Baby Palafin can knock out with Jet Punch, which is really good. So I think these are the 3 mons that you should probably start with if you want to run a Chien-Pao team. That like these should be one of your hitters. And right now I think Dragonite's going to be really good, but I do think that overall like Palafin is going to be the best. Like I'm testing it. That's what I'm testing right now is Rain, Palafin, and Chien-Pao. The one thing I want to note is all of these mons take advantage of the priority. They take advantage of hitting first and hitting fast. And for that reason, I think Serena is really good against the Rune Pokemon. I might do this as a separate video, but I think Serena here as a Terra Fire could be a really good counter against all of the Rune Pokemon. So you get Trop Kick to lower attack on things like Ting Lu, and it's going to hit Ting Lu for super effective. You get Low Kick. Low Kick is going to knock out Chien-Pao. It's going to probably do great damage against Wo-Chien and Ting Lu. It doesn't knock out Chi-Yu, but you also get things like U-turn to pivot and play rough. If you Terra Fire, you're going to deal with the ice attacks from Chien-Pao a lot better. If you Terra Fire, you're going to deal with the fire attacks from Chi-Yu better. The only mon this creates a worse matchup in is Ting Lu. Not to mention the Terra Fire gives you a better chance of taking Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast from Fluttermane, and I think this can be a solid set. It's not the best. It's 1-on-1 speed, and you really have to watch out. The only thing you have to watch out for is with the Chien-Pao is that you have a lower defense, so you're not going to be as thick on the defensive side. But I think Serena is going to be good with these Rune Pokemon out. U-turn being super effective damage against Dark types. So watch out for those mons that stop priority. So Serena and Farigiraf might see more viability because of Chien-Pao and its partners wanting to use priority so much. If only this thing got triple axle still. I think that triple axle would be a pretty good move to use against the Chien-Pao and Dragonite combination. But either way, that's going to be all for today. Let me know what you guys think about Chien-Pao in the comments down below, and which Ruin Mon should I do next. If you guys enjoyed this content, do not forget to like and subscribe, and that's going to be all. So have a good Friday, and we'll see everyone later.